And for me, it's no more news that I'm moving party. And if you don't know that by now, I don't know what else you know. Because as a PDP person, I love the PDP. I want to stay in the PDP. But clearly I don't have a roadmap to guarantee that I'll be able to have a smooth sail in the elections. Not because we won't win election. In this state today, with the work that all of us have done, even if we contest on a zero party, we will win this election. There's no doubt about it. We've worked very hard. But we know that at the national level, that our party is not coming together. Every day we don't, secretary, this and that. And so you take your form, they sign it to INEC, and then you run all the elections, you perhaps win the election, and just on technical ground, because the wrong person signed your form, you lose everything. I'm not going to be stupid to stay doing that. I love my party. And in this stage, in any case, we're running like there's no party. The only agenda we run in our state is the Arise agenda. No party in this country have clear ideological differences, and I challenge anybody to let's take that debate. I will want to have that debate to show me the ideological differences of each party that we have in this country. People just move. Again, I support this president. I support this president. I know clearly well that this president did not create the situation we are in. And I don't know how to mince words. And I cannot be in the PDP today and supporting a president of another party. It will be clearly in violation of party guidelines. And I don't know how to flip-flop. It's not in my life. So if I'm supporting the president, let me go to where I'll be able to say so and state the things he has done. I don't want to practice anti-party. I don't have the kind of strength that Barrister Yeso Wike has, who will confront anybody. Me, I'm a very simple man by nature. I just say the way that I'm convinced to say. That does not mean that we have anything against our party. So we want our commissioners, our members of ESCOs, appointees. I'm told some of you are meeting that you will not come. You are free, absolutely free. You are free not to join me, but you won't be in my state executive council. So you better just prepare to resign the day I announce that I'm moving, because you cannot. You are not. You don't hold you are an appointee, and your loyalty is to the appointer. Is that the word? Your loyalty is fully to me. You can't be in my cabinet and play anti-party. It's not possible. So you either choose. It's not a threat. It's the truth. It is what it is. I won't beg you to come. You should never even expect it. Support me. And now says, I can't support you again. Hey, it's fine, you have a right to do so. But the right you don't have is to remain in my cabinet after I leave.
So there you have it from the mouth of Governor Eno Umar of Akwa Ibom State. It's confirmed he's going to be leaving. It's something that we all know nationally anyway. And the shocker here he gave is the fact that he told his appointees and exco members, the day I leave, you go with me. If you don't go with me, pack your bags, you're not going to be part of my cabinet anymore. There's a whole lot to unpack here. There's a whole lot to decipher here as well and, look into. The main reason why is defecting. As he specifically said it, there's no roadmap for him to win the next election with PDP. And he doesn't want to be rigged out of the next election. In as much as he stopped at saying that, he goes to contest for election, one secretary signed one paper, and then INEC says the wrong person signed it. You can tell that he understands that he will be rigged out of the next election if he does not move from the PDP. He understands that. So that idea that The people from Delta State, for example, gave that they are defecting because of the people. You know it's a lie. But before we break this down and unpack what he said, if you're meeting this content for the first time, please like, share, and subscribe. If you've been following us and you're not subscribed, please do so. And watch this to the end. So, first of all, Governor Umo wants to decamp because he knows that it will be rigged out of the next election. He knows that. He knows clearly that the APC will rig him out of the next election. He has seen what they've done to Rivers State. See, what Tinubu did, whether you want to call it masterfully or deceptively, is that he told the nation without telling them anything, that's saying, look at what I can do to Rivers State. Because I have the National Assembly in my pocket, knowing that there are men of people, men and women of their pockets, like Kenneth Okonkwo called the Labour Party guys, Aburi and Co. Because I have them in my pocket, I can move the law whichever way I want. That's exactly what he did. And by the time they saw what he did with Rivers State and they know that nothing happened, just realized we don't have any card to play here. So we have to go with Bola Tinubu and support him for our own sake. And that's why he was trying to tell his commissioners, telling them that when I leave, you leave. And I don't want any other idea. The idea is that I have guaranteed my people that I am coming with my own state, just my own cabinet, just as they did in Rivers State, Delta State. You can see where Nigeria is going to right now. And he started to, play down whitewash it to say no political party has any clear ideology. They just move. That's the ideology. And that's why we're trying to change the Nigeria that we have right now. What exactly do you really stand for? What exactly does this governor really stand for? You can see our politicians, when they come to tell you that they're going to fight for you, you realize they're not fighting for you. You realize they're literally talking about themselves. He said it. He said he doesn't have any roadmap. There's no roadmap for him to win the next election easily. So what APC is guaranteeing him is the fact that we'll help you win the election easily. We're going to rig the election for you. Nigerians have all come to that conclusion that APC will rig the election. Nigerians have all come to that. And clearly because of Bola Tinubu. Anyway, they saw what happened in 2023. They all cannot deny the fact that 2023 election was rigged. Nobody can deny that. So you can see all those the companies that they've seen, like I said, they've seen what happened in Rivers State. And they realize that the courts are in their pocket. The National Assembly will not do anything. So they don't have any room to wiggle around. So what they're doing is we'll just jump ship. We'll survive this one. And after these storms pass. Because Bola Tinubu is a storm to Nigeria. It's a storm that is destroying everything. I've said this before. For this guy's ambition, he would destroy the system just for him to be president. And he has destroyed the system. So Governor Umo here understands the fact that INEC will rig the election. He understands that even if he stays with PDP, they will look for one, technicality or another for them to rig him out of the election, and they will say APC won the election. By the way, if you're doubting now, how did the governor of Imo State become the governor of Imo State? It wasn't number 1, number 2, number 3. All of a sudden, he just became the governor. And see what he's done with Imo State. So whether or not his campaign is that there's no clear ideology between all the other political parties, it doesn't really give room for excuse really here. This guy is the campaign. We all know that. This guy has threatened all of his commissioners. If I decamp, you decamp with me. Similar to what they did with Delta State. They're carrying the same idea all across to the other part of the nation. That's why they can braggadociously tell Nigerians that all the 36 states they'll join the APC. That's why they're telling Nigerians, telling them that all the 36 states will join the APC. That the only person there, it will be one man that will run in Nigeria. One person. That's telling you the destruction of Bola Tinubu. I've said this before over and over again. This APC is a disaster, as a cancer to our country on the national front, and we've seen it on the national front. So we have to move beyond this. Like I've always said, 2027 is the fight for the soul of our country. If Nigeria must survive, we must all put our hands together to help get APC out. All these governors who were defecting, You know, there's no ideological difference, by the way, between APC and PDP. That one I agree on. Yeah, no, they're just the same people going from one point to another. They are the same people who made Nigeria the way Nigeria is. They've been the ones jumping from one political party to another. So now they're telling us that there's no difference. But they did it. I didn't do it. You didn't do it. They did it. And then they're using what they created as an excuse. So again, 2027 is the fight for the soul of our country. Let's make sure that we come out en masse, we campaign en masse, we sensitize all the people en masse to make sure that in 2027 we get something close to what we're looking for in Nigeria. And we need to kick out APC. We got to move. We got to keep sensitizing everybody. APC must go in 2027. There's no other way around it. This government is a government of destruction, an unruly government. A government that does not follow rules and regulations they themselves created. So put your comments in the comment section. Let us know what you think. And let us know what you think about is defection. And then if you're meeting this content for the first time, like, share, and subscribe. If you've been following us and you've not subscribed, please do so. I will catch you up in the next video. God bless you. Bye-bye for now.